There was a poor orphan boy living in a very dirty slum. Right beside his slum was a filthy garbage dump where he scavenged for things. One day, from within that very garbage, the boy found something that made him an overnight millionaire. Because of that thing, all the police in the city started chasing the boy, trying to kill him. So, the story begins from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, where we are introduced to a man named Josh Angelo. Josh was standing in a graveyard, burying his baby daughter, whose name was Pia Angelo. After finishing his task at the graveyard, Josh returns home, heartbroken. There, he puts into a bag a lottery ticket with animal pictures, a locker key, and a picture of himself and his baby daughter. While Josh was doing this, several police officers arrived at his house to catch him. Seeing the police, Josh quickly grabbed his small bag and tried to run away. Seeing this, the police shot him in the leg. Because of this, Josh was caught by the police shortly after. But before being caught, he threw the small bag he had towards the street. Because of this, the bag landed on a passing garbage truck, full of filthy trash. After this incident, the police took Josh to the station. There, police officer Federico questioned Josh about the bag and its contents. But Josh didn't answer any of his questions. Because of this, Officer Federico beat him to death. Meanwhile, the garbage truck the bag had landed on had gone to a garbage dump outside the city. All the city's filthy trash was dumped at this place. Many people worked in this filth, scavenging for useful and valuable items to sell later at a higher price. Among them was a young boy named Raphael, who found Josh's small bag inside the garbage on the truck. It was seen that the bag contained a little money and several small items. A picture of Josh and his daughter, an ID card, a lottery ticket with animal pictures, and a key. Raphael gave half the money from the bag to a friend of his named Gardo. Then he kept the remaining money and the bag of items for himself. Sometime later, the two of them went to a church in their slum. The priest of that church was named Father Juilliard. He took care of Raphael, Gardo, and many other slum children with kindness. At that church was a girl named Olivia, who voluntarily taught all the slum children for free. Raphael and Gardo came to Olivia to study. Meanwhile, Officer Federico arrived at the filthy garbage dump slum with his entire police force, searching for that bag. The police questioned all the people there, asking, "Have you found any bag?" Then they tried to search for the bag in the garbage. Seeing so many police in the slum suddenly, Gardo was a bit surprised. So, he questioned Officer Federico, "Why are so many police here?" Federico told him, "We're here looking for a small bag. We'll give a $1,000 reward to whoever finds that bag for us." Hearing about the bag, Gardo and Raphael were a bit startled. Seeing this, Federico became a little suspicious of them. But Federico didn't say anything to them at that moment. He just took their names and left. After all the police left, that night, Gardo told Raphael, "You should return the bag to the police. Then we'll get another $1,000. Then Raphael said, "I don't trust anything that policeman says. The police are willing to pay $1,000 for such an ordinary bag. That means there must be something very important inside this bag. So, first, I need to know about the things inside this bag. Besides, the longer we delay returning the bag, the more reward money they'll give us." To hide the bag better, Raphael and Gardo met another friend of theirs, named Rado. Raphael asked Rado, "Will you hide the bag from now on?" Rado opened the bag and started looking at the things inside. After seeing the key inside the bag, Rado said, "I know which locker this key opens. If you want, I can take you to that place. But for that, you have to give me half of the reward money." Seeing no other option, Raphael and Gardo agreed to his terms. The next morning, the three of them reached a neighboring city by train. There, Rado took them to a locker room at the station through a secret route. But the problem was, many police were guarding the station and the surrounding area. Seeing their dirty clothes, the police wouldn't let them enter the station. So, Gardo quickly ran and tried to steal a woman's bag right in front of the police, then ran away. Seeing this, all the station police thought Gardo was a thief and started chasing him. Seizing this opportunity, Raphael used the key they had to open a locker inside the locker room. It was seen that inside the locker was a thin, white envelope. After taking this envelope, the three of them quickly ran away. They had thought there would be something very valuable inside the locker, but after getting this small envelope, each of them became very disappointed. It was seen that the letter had the address of a prison written on it, and below that was the name of an inmate, Jewel Clement. Inside the envelope, they found a letter, and along with it, a picture of Josh Angelo and his daughter, Pia Angelo. And on the back of that picture, some special secret numbers were written. Seeing these things, they couldn't understand anything. So, Raphael decided, we will try to find out about the person named in the letter, Jewel Clement. So now, the three of them secretly went to the slum church priest, Father Juilliard's house. There, they secretly used the father's computer to try and learn about Jewel Clement via the internet. It was seen that Jewel Clement was once a very famous lawyer who protested against all the government's wrongdoings. He spent his own money to build houses for many poor people. But the government and ministers of that time didn't like this at all. So, Mr. Clement was framed in a false case and arrested. And now, because of this, he is currently in prison. Meanwhile, this morning, Officer Federico arrived at the garbage dump slum with his police force again, searching for the bag. But after much searching in the garbage, the bag couldn't be found anywhere. Officer Federico noticed that Raphael and Gardo were nowhere to be seen in the slum today. He asked a boy from the slum about the two of them. Then that boy said, "Those two haven't come to work since morning." Hearing this, Federico became even more suspicious of them. So that very night, Federico had some of his police secretly abduct Raphael from the slum under the cover of darkness. While the police were taking Raphael away, he was screaming loudly. Hearing those screams, Gardo witnessed the whole incident. Then he quickly informed Father Juilliard about the whole event. Meanwhile, after bringing Raphael in, Officer Federico told him, "If you had listened to me from the beginning, you wouldn't have had to see this day." After saying this, a policeman tied Raphael's hands and feet, put a cloth over his mouth, sat him in the back seat of a police car, and started driving the car wildly on an empty road. Because of this, Raphael, tied up, was thrown violently from one side of the car to the other. After driving like this for some time, Raphael was taken out of the car. It was seen that due to the reckless driving, Raphael was badly injured. His face, forehead, head, and many parts of his body were cut and bleeding. Federico questioned him once more, "Where's that bag?" Then Raphael said, "Yes, I found that bag. I found $300 inside it." Then Federico said, "What other things did you find inside that bag?" But Raphael didn't answer this question. Because of this, Federico became very angry. He ordered one of his policemen, "Kill Raphael," and left in the car. It was seen that, following orders, that policeman put a gun to Raphael's head to shoot and kill him. But seeing his innocent face, the policeman felt very sorry for him. So, without killing Raphael, the policeman left the place. Meanwhile, it was seen that Father Juilliard and Gardo had gone to the local police station, looking for Raphael. But they were told from the station, "No child has been arrested here today." Not finding Raphael, the two of them returned to their slum, very disappointed. The father thought, the police have probably killed Raphael by now. So he prayed to the Creator for Raphael's soul to rest in peace. Because of this, everyone was very sad. Now everyone understood that there was something very important inside that bag, for which the police could do anything to get. The next morning, Raphael somehow returned to his slum. Seeing him in this condition, everyone was very surprised. Father Juilliard quickly gave Raphael first aid. Then he told Raphael, "Give me the bag you have. I'll return that bag to the police and bring the reward money. And I think this will be best for everyone." But Raphael had now decided in his mind that, no matter what happened, he would never return the bag to the police. But so far, with the key from the bag, they had only found a letter. A letter addressed to an inmate named Jewel Clement, who was currently in prison. So now, they all decided to go to the prison to meet Mr. Clement. But it was absolutely impossible for 3 such children to go to prison and meet an inmate. So they asked Miss Olivia for help. Then Gardo told Miss Olivia, "The police are now trying to kill Raphael, and to save him, we now need a good lawyer. My grandfather is a very good lawyer, but he's currently in prison. His name is Jewel Clement. With your help, I want to meet my grandfather in prison." Actually, Gardo was lying to Miss Olivia so that, with her help, they could meet Mr. Clement in prison. Seeing their helpless situation, Miss Olivia agreed to help them. That night, sitting inside a house, Gardo was reading the letter they had found inside the locker. After a while, Raphael suddenly exclaimed, "I remember, while the police were beating me, they kept mentioning a man named Santos." Hearing this, Rado said, "I know this man. He is a very famous politician. In a few days, he will run for mayor of this city. He lives in a huge house by the sea, a little way from here. I can take you there if you want." After hearing this, they all decided that the next morning, Miss Olivia and Gardo would go to the prison to meet Mr. Clement. At the same time, Raphael and Rado would go to Mr. Santos's house to try and find out more information about this incident. The next day, they did exactly that. As planned, Miss Olivia and Gardo reached the prison. At first, the prison officer wouldn't let them inside, but after bribing him with some money, they were allowed to meet Mr. Clement inside the prison. Inside the prison, Mr. Clement said, "I don't really know you. Why have you come to see me here?" Then Gardo explained the whole incident. "I got a letter some days ago, a letter Josh Angelo wrote to you. From that letter, I found your name and this prison's address." Then Mr. Clement said, "Josh is my nephew. How do you know him?" Then Gardo told him everything that had happened with them so far. And Gardo said, "In that letter Josh wrote to you, I will finish the work you started. I am fighting against government corruption. I now have proof of all of politician Santos's criminal activities. And with that proof, I can easily send him to prison. But by the time you read this letter, I might already be dead. After I die, just take care of my daughter Pia." Hearing this, Mr. Clement became very sad. After staying silent for a while, he asked Gardo, "Was there anything else with the letter?" Gardo said, "Yes, there was a picture with some numbers written on the back." Hearing this, Mr. Clement seemed a little pleased. Then he told a prison guard, "Give that boy my old Bible that you have." Then that guard said, "But their visiting hour is over today, so I can't give them the Bible today. Tell them to come back to this prison tomorrow. I will give them the Bible then." Then Mr. Clement told Gardo, "Come back to this prison tomorrow morning and take my old Bible from this guard. The numbers written on that picture are a secret code. One by one, look carefully at the page numbers, line numbers, and paragraph numbers in my Bible according to those numbers. If you try hard, you can understand the secret code inside that Bible very well, and from there, you will find the address of a new place." After talking to Mr. Clement, while leaving the prison guard told Gardo, "If you want the Bible tomorrow, you have to give me $1,000. Seeing no other way, Gardo agreed to his demand. Meanwhile, Rafael and Rado arrived at politician Santos's house by bus. Here, the two of them climbed over a wall and sneaked inside the house, but the gardener caught them. Then they said, "We only came here to steal fruit from the trees." Hearing this, the gardener believed them. Then he slowly started chatting with them. Rado and Rafael noticed many security guards standing inside the house for protection. Seeing this, they asked the gardener, "Why are there so many security guards in this house?" Then the gardener said, "Some days ago, a man named Josh Angelo stole $10 million from this house's owner, Mr. Santos." Hearing this, the two of them looked at each other in surprise. They realized that the bag they had was closely related to the stolen money. Then they asked the gardener, "How did Josh steal so much money from this house?" Then the gardener said, "Josh was a very trusted employee of this house's owner, Mr. Santos. Mr. Santos, through years in politics, had taken bribes from many places. Josh managed that money for him and kept records of his black money and its proof in a diary. One day, Mr. Santos went out of town for some important work. Seizing that opportunity, Josh cut the wire behind a refrigerator in this house, breaking it. Thinking the fridge was completely broken, the people in the house bought a new one. Seizing that opportunity, Josh hid all of Mr. Santos's black money and that money diary inside that fridge. The next morning, he took that broken fridge full of money and left in a car. Since everyone in this house trusted Josh completely, no one suspected him while he did this. Although later, for this work, the police took him away and killed him. Now Rafael and Rado understood that, with the help of the bag they had, they could find that $10 million. And that was why all the police in the city were desperately searching for that bag. That night, they all returned home. There, Miss Olivia told the three of them, "Tell me everything that has happened to you so far and everything the police have done to you. I will record it all on a video camera. Later, this might help you somehow." Now all three agreed to do this. They recorded everything that had happened to them in the past few days on a video camera. But while doing this, Officer Federico suddenly arrived with his entire police force. Seeing this from a distance, Rafael and Gardo ran away. Now Officer Federico searched Miss Olivia's room too. And inside the room, he found the bag they had been searching for so long. But it was seen that the bag was completely empty. Rafael and his friends had already taken all the items out of the bag. Now, for helping the children, Federico arrested Miss Olivia and took her away. Then the police set their entire slum on fire. Instantly, their whole slum started burning fiercely. Rafael and his friends watched their slum burning from afar. Seeing this, they became very sad. Now they decided, "We must find that money no matter what." But to do that, they needed to get that Bible from the prison. For that, they needed $1,000. But at that moment, they had no money. So the next morning, seizing an opportunity, they stole some money from Father Juilliard's room. After stealing the money, he left a drawn picture for the father, trying to say he was very sorry for stealing the money. Meanwhile, because of the fire in the slum the previous night, all the slum people had suddenly lost their homes. So Father Juilliard let them all stay in his church. Meanwhile, Gardo went to the prison with the money to get the Bible from the guard. Raphael and Rado were waiting for him outside the prison. But it was seen that, even after taking the money, the guard tried to hold Gardo back. Because of this, Gardo hit the guard and started running away with his friends. After this incident, the other police at the station started chasing the three of them. Some of the police even tried to shoot and kill them, but the three of them managed to escape with their lives. Then the three of them hid inside a new, empty building under construction, far away. Inside this room, Raphael and Rado tried to find the secret codes inside the Bible. While they were doing this, Gardo went outside to get some food. There, he met a girl. While Gardo was talking to that girl, he noticed that many police had arrived there, searching for them. Now the police were entering every house in the area and searching thoroughly. Seeing this, Gardo quickly came back to warn his friends. Meanwhile, it was seen that Raphael and Rado had found the secret code inside the Bible, which they had written on one of the room's walls. It was seen to be the phone number of a place. But before they could call that number, the police arrived, forcing the three of them to run away quickly. But at that moment, the police had surrounded the area well, so escaping from there was becoming a bit impossible for them. Then the girl Gardo had met earlier helped the three of them escape. That girl had some friends put the three of them on bikes and helped them escape through the back roads of the area. After riding the bikes for a while, they arrived at a safe place, far away. Now Raphael called that secret phone number, found in the Bible, from a public telephone. It was seen to be the number of a graveyard in the city. Now Raphael realized, we need to go to that graveyard next. There, we will find the next clue about this incident. Meanwhile, while searching for Raphael and his friends, Officer Federico arrived at the room where Raphael had written the secret phone number from the Bible on the wall. Officer Federico also called that number, and from there, he learned about the graveyard. So now, Federico also headed for the graveyard. Meanwhile, Raphael and his friends had now reached the graveyard. But even after arriving, they couldn't understand anything. So Gardo and Rado started wandering around the graveyard. But after trying a bit, Raphael found a specific number from inside the Bible. Now he found the grave with that specific number inside the graveyard. It was seen that written on this grave was the name Pia Angelo, who was actually Josh Angelo's daughter, and this was the grave we saw right at the beginning of the story. Seeing this grave, Raphael, unable to understand, stood silently beside it, feeling sad. Then suddenly, a little girl came from behind and asked Raphael, "What are you doing here so late at night?" Seeing this girl, Raphael got a little scared. Then that girl said, "My name is Pia Angelo. I've been hiding in this graveyard for many days. I'm waiting here for my father. My father told me that if anything bad happened to me, I should come here and hide. He would meet me here. Many days have passed. I'm here all alone, but my father still hasn't come to meet me." Hearing Pia's words, Raphael was very surprised. He said, "If you are alive, then who is in this grave with your name on it?" Pia said, "I don't know anything about that." Now, after hearing this, Raphael went out to look for his friends. But it was seen that, by then, the officer had arrived and had already caught Rado and Gardo. Then he held a gun in his hand and questioned Raphael, "Did you find anything here?" Seeing all this, Raphael became very frightened, so he told Federico everything about Pia's grave. Now Federico ordered the three of them, pull the coffin out of Pia's grave. After some effort, they brought the coffin outside. It was seen that the entire coffin was filled with money. This was the money Josh had stolen from Mr. Santos's house. Among this money was also the diary, containing all the records of Santos's black money. Seeing this, Federico was a little pleased. He quickly called Santos and said, "I found your diary, but your money hasn't been found yet." While he was talking on the phone, Pia came up behind him, and she hit him hard on the head with a heavy object. Because of this, Federico fell to the ground, seriously injured. Seizing this opportunity, Raphael snatched the gun from his hand. Then the three of them started beating Federico together. Then Raphael put the gun to Federico's head to kill him, but in the end, he couldn't bring himself to do it. Now Raphael and his friends took all the money from inside the coffin and the diary, took Pia with them, and left the place. The very next morning, they all went to the filthy garbage dump beside their slum. After arriving there, Rado secretly took a large amount of money from the bag and left it in Father Juilliard's room. At the same time, they also left the diary, containing the records of politician Santos's black money, in the father's room. Meanwhile, Raphael and Rado climbed up to a high spot beside the filthy garbage dump. After arriving there, they took all the money out of their bag and started throwing it into the air. Now, money started showering down over all the filthy garbage. Seeing this, all the poor people of the slum started gathering the money. Just days ago, Santos had set the slum on fire, destroying the place. But now, all of Santos's black money had come to these very slum people. Now, having done this, Raphael and his friends were very happy. Then they rented a car and came far away from that area. It was seen they had also kept a large bag of that money for themselves. Meanwhile, Miss Olivia had now been released from the police station. After returning, Miss Olivia and Father Juilliard decided, "We will expose politician Santos's criminal activities to everyone." So now, they uploaded all the evidence from Santos's diary to the internet. At the same time, they also released all the video recordings of Raphael and his friends on the internet. As a result, now all the people of the country learned the true face of politician Santos and the police. Now, because of this, Santos was arrested, and protesting this incident, all the people of the country took to the streets. Now Raphael and his friends became very popular throughout the country. Now all the people of the country wanted the children to be protected from the police, and that they should not be harmed because of this incident. Finally, it was seen that Raphael, Gardo, Rado, and Pia had now started living in an empty place by the sea, outside the city. Here, each of them was safe and was enjoying their life very well with the money they had kept. And here, the story of this film ends. If you liked the video, you can subscribe to the channel.